Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Schlage number 35-009. This is a C234 keyway. There we go. C234. This is the next evolution in Schlage's keyways that are not protected, not patent. Well, they're patented, certainly, for, I would think, design and utility. I think the two patents are called. This is a C family of their key blanks, meaning the overview of this, and there is a link below this video to the cut sheet, which is where I will derive the following information from. This is a C family followed by 3 digits, and they use C only because of how ubiquitous Schlage C is. It is a C family, but now we've got different profiles. There's C134 through C345 set up in a multiplex system. And not to get too deep into the woods, a multiplex system is simply stated as keyways, and there are 10 of them of the C family that's here. Oh well, forgive me. There are 7 that are multiplex. Then there is 2 that sit outside of there that are controlled only by the key blank that is being referred to. So I feel like we've already complicated this. Looking at that chart, we're going to back up and go over what this is descriptively. The C name was chosen because it's already familiar. The numbers afterwards tell us the keyway. They are 6-pin. They cannot be interkeyed with 5 or 7-pin products, even though you could take a 6-pin cylinder and pin it 5 if you wanted to. I don't know why you would do that. Primus high security versions are available at level 7, 8, and 9, completely restricted outside of this conversation. And the side bitting makes all Primus keys restricted in that area. Now this does have a side bit milling that's here, and that does allow really good key control. And the C family keyway should be sold where the end user needs easy key duplication, same as their original C, E, other keyways in that classic set of keyways that Schlage has. Although the C family keys are covered by the same patents as the Everest restricted keys, they are and can be ordered without the requirement of letters of authorization and completed face sheets. The short version is they are available to distributors, locksmiths, places of that nature, and are used, I think, really to differentiate themselves from the ubiquitous C keyway, even the E keyway, and then others. Okay, this system does require some specialized tools if you're going to support these, but nonetheless, if you're a locksmith, you won't be watching this video for that at all. The multiplex, the chain, the tree of how this works. The lower line are the keyways. We are looking at a C234. You can see that sits right of center. And let's just focus on the C234. Immediately to the left is the 123, and immediately to the right is the 235. Above that sits a C230. Now, multiplex simply means that you have the C123, the C234, the C235. They're all related, and what makes them important to each other is that you could order a C230 key blank. You wouldn't get a plug, a cylinder with a C230. It's available as a key only, and pass that key through any of those 3 keyways. So the lower level you're going to get as cylinders, and then of course as cut keys. The multi-section key blanks, the row of 3, the row of 2, and then the top one, show via their arrow indicators what they can run through. Okay, so literally the C000 is going to be able to run through all of those, including the simplex key, the C235. Simplex means that it stands alone. Actually, I don't know if the term simplex is appropriately applied to the C345 because an all-section key will pass it. I believe that I'm going to say that it does not. It would probably stand on its own completely. I may be wrong in that regard. Now, why would you need to know about this multiplex system? You probably don't, is the bottom line. However, maybe you do. If you're a homeowner and you just want to stop key duplication as best as possible, this would be a great option. Because if you've given this key out to someone, they're really going to need to go out of their way to go to a non-traditional source of keys and key blanks and locksmithing services. You might find this information very important because you might have an application that would be benefited or benefit from a multiplex system. A very simple concept of a multiplex system could be this. You have a 3-story office building. To keep it simple, the first floor, the second floor, the third floor. Each of the 3 floors has their own tenant. Insurance guy here, consulting company here, architectural firm here, whatever it is. Whatever. You can give them their own keyway. The advantage of that is someone from the second floor, not only will their key not work doors on the third or the first, but their key won't even go in the lock. Okay, so that's really nice. Key doesn't work at all, even if you were to fit it in, but you can't even fit it into the keyway because it's a different keyway. You, as the owner of the building, can walk around with a C230 key blank, and that will get you into all of the doors. That would be the simplest application for that. Now, is that going to ever happen? A 3-story building, 3 tenants, 1 landlord, 1 owner, and no. But you can understand using your mind's eye how you can expand that concept to be useful. One way that I use it is that I have 3 levels of doors in my home. I have the house, I have the door that gets you into the courtyard, and then I've got the garage. Okay, so I can give a garage key to the landscaper who has 1 keyway, whose keyway will not even go into the lock of the courtyard or the lock of the house, because I walk around with the all-section key blank. Will get me into all 3 of them. The point is, again, not only, and that would be helpful if you had a standard system, the original classic keyways, where you could have a C and then an E keyway, to make that work. The advantage, again, is that not only does the key not work, but the key won't even enter the lock itself. The other advantage of a multiplex system is when you get into larger systems, and this Schlage C family will certainly handle it. Depending on the quantity of biddings or pins in a system, there is a theoretical number of possible change keys, possible key variations, possible different cut keys. And when you eliminate from that theoretical list the keys that cannot be used or ought not be used, you get down to a large number in the thousands and thousands. But if you had a Big Ten university where you have thousands and thousands of doors, you can take a multiplex system and create the bidding list for 1 keyway. You can use the same cuts on all of the keys in the other keyway without any fear of the C234s working in the C235s because the keyways are different. Okay, you can then take that same bidding list and copy it over and over and over so that you do not bump into the theoretical maximum number of possible different key combinations that you can come up with. That's another advantage of a multiplex system. I'm not a locksmith, and I sure got some of that wrong, but I think I got more of it right than wrong. So the long version is this is a 6-pin C234 35009. And the 35009 means that it is this key blank. There is a link below this video to a document called Key Blanks Quick Reference Guide that will allow you to look at the 35009. It's under the Everest group. Now, why is that important? Well, you see how that's blank on this side? And that's got Schlage on the other? You might want it blank on both sides. Okay? Also, with blank on both sides, which is, or plain they call it, 35-015, that will say on there, do not duplicate as well. That's called visual key control. That won't stop anyone as a possibility of violating an agreement with the manufacturer of cutting those keys. But if you walk up to a lot of locksmiths, they'll say, no, I'm not going to cut that key because I can't be sure that you own the lock that this goes to. And just out of the morals and ethics of the profession of locksmiths, they'll just politely refuse to copy that key. Okay, so you can see there for your C family how you've got those two possibilities. Now, you can also do these keys in interchangeable core as well. Okay, where you can obtain a control key if you're doing interchangeable core. That would be a 35003. And you can see how those part numbers change when you're dealing with the Everest conventional information. That's interesting to know so that you can see that there is an option on a key blank. You can also order it plain both sides. And then you might say, okay, well, what's the part number for the control key? Well, you've got it there. Okay. Now, finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page within our site where you can pull up not only all of the Schlage products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm quite partial to Schlage, and it's because I'm certainly most familiar with it. It was the first lock line that I had become familiar with in my career. But I'm partial to them because of the quality of the product, the ability to get spare parts that are stocked and ready to ship in almost all instances, but more so the technical support department at Schlage. There is a particular individual there that I email probably once every 2 weeks, and I always get a response. Always, 100% of the time. Because Schlage is a company that's been in business, Walter Schlage, I think his name was, maybe 1920s, don't quote me, but in that range. An interesting search would be to look for patents in Google Patents under the name Schlage, and you'll see dozens of patents by Walter Schlage. Very interesting to see the evolution of locks. Well, the name Schlage is a capstone in the industry of locks and locksmithing. And the decades of evolution of the Schlage product line, without access to somebody in tech support, it's awfully difficult to not only support the product line, but to be able to grow and understand it and strengthen your ability to do so. So I'm partial to Schlage for all the aforementioned reasons, but for me personally is being able to leverage that incredible, professional, responsive technical support people that they have. If you have any questions on the Schlage 35009 in a C234 keyway, they're sold as each. This client happened to buy two, or any other Schlage product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.